Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to one of the league's most recognizable homes, Lucas Oil Stadium, opened in 2008 here in Indianapolis. Today, two teams hailing from the AFC, between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Cam Little out for the opening kick. And here we go from Indy. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be 1st down Colts.
First down.
Let's see, Kate. Establish a run, cash in on the opening drive, and play from in front. That's the dream scenario to any contest. And runs like that gets the ball rolling.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that is good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
Colts, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Cougar 19. Get it. Go.
They go again with Taylor. Escapes a defender. Makes a cut to the... It's an Indianapolis touchdown! The Colts take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Spencer Schrader on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Jaguars nothing. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. First carry now. This is Bashal Tootin. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
At the 38-yard line.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again here with Tootin. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to wind up out of bounds on 3rd down, so they're going to be forced to punt this away now. On 4th down, it's Logan Cook on for the Jaguars to punt it away. That's taken at the 15. And a nice return out of it. They have it a little further up past their own 30. New set of downs for them from the 31. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Tackled back at the 28-yard line.
Open ahead in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13.
70.
Taylor again. And this is looking familiar, partner. He's dropped for a loss again. It's going to be third down. Offense in the hurry up here.
The tackle made back at the 25-yard line.
Hey, check that. Street. Panther 11, 79 Broncos. Warriors 70, 19 Lions. 19 tight, 18 Rattler, 18.
Third and long for him here. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Juju Brents with a pick. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag. Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul.
18, 5 in.
They go play action on first down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Forced to the ground.
Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So second down coming up.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Come 19. Go.
Again to throw on second. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get a few here, brought down at the 33-yard line.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Cat 60, cat, Bronco 80, 60 Maverick, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
He'll air it out on third. Escapes the pocket. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. Picked off by Travis Hunter. And the Jaguars take over on his 5th interception of the season. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's first and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Flushed out of the pocket. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket and keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Second down, give to Tootin. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be third down. Here he goes, third and long. Chased out to his right. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Picked up by Chineme Owuzie.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Well, this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be first down Colts.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 from the 32.
79 Broncos. Ready? Like 70 Ranger. Ready?
They're going to try and throw it here. Completed over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Josh Hines Allen, that time to haul him down.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
60 19 tight. 19 Lion. 18 Pioneer. Buffalo 18. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. 1 quarter down in this all AFC South contest. 7-0 is our score. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's third and very long.
Trap 60. Trap 60.
Trying to throw this from the gun. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
Incomplete.
The Colts ready for the punt. Rigoberto Sanchez will kick it away. The punt heads towards the sideline, not returnable. Well done. And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10.
Hey, run. Here we go.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Completes another one to Thomas. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Newton gets it from the gun. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7. Offensive line fast.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Lawrence working from the gun. And this is going to be a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Brian Thomas Jr. the touchdown. Little tacks on the extra point. And the Jaguars tie this game 7-7.
Cam Little, the kickoff for the Jaguars.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And nope, not chancing this one. Knee down for a touchback.
35-yard line.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set 1st and 10.
Mustang 19, Cougar 19.
They'll throw to begin this drive. Finds a seam down the middle. And this one will get them into enemy territory. Hit and stopped quickly, but the catch moves him to the 48. The rookie from Florida found the opening, and it ends up in a 1st down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Here's a throw. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And he's hit and sent out right along that line of scrimmage. So no gain on 1st down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
He gets it ahead and winds up with about 3. Sent to the ground by Khalil Mack.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Throwing the out route complete. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
That's good.
Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
35-yard line.
From the gun, Taylor. And he's got about 9 on that run, partner. Down inside the 30.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down.
19 Tiger.
Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Only need the smallest little bit of yardage here. It is 2nd and inches.
Come on, come on. Set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More from Lucas Oil Stadium after this. To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
Go. Liking 18.
Right side, this is reeled in by Warren. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
To number 84.
I wish everybody had the opportunity to feel how fast that decision is made. With that RPO, it is a split second. And when you make the incorrect read, well, the play's busted up before it ever has a chance to start.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready. Pep, Dragon 60. Ready.
I'll throw it. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Now a toss play. Taylor. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
It is phenomenally tough to block this guy in a passing situation. Well, equally as tough to block him out there on the edge. He chased that toss down, and I don't envy these guys trying to block that monster today.
And this is an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take the lead just before halftime. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here.
Their own 35-yard line.
Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line.
Hey, 11, add it. Hey, so 13, Luke. Hey, I'm gun. Go.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Danger.
Looking to throw. That is caught. It's Travis Hunter. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. And with the clock just about to strike 0, we get a timeout. 1 second to go in our half. So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10.
On the red. 30 left. Hey, James, 11.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. He just got rid of him, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Throw left side, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
You know, quarterbacks aren't always the one dishing out punishment, but when they take it and they deliver a frozen rope, when they deliver a ball right on target just like that, and the respect factor grows 100-fold with your teammates.
Third down here, need 8 on the play. Throw here, third down. Cut out left. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First down from the 42. Inside give here for Tootin. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
Throwing on first down, Lawrence. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. Small gain down to the 23. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down.
It's a gain of 5.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
At the 23-yard line.
Hey, run. Here we go.
It's a handoff to Tootin, running right. Makes his move towards the sideline. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
Hey, go.
Going to the ground again on first. How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here. Another chance at it on 2nd and goal, still from the 5.
2nd and goal. At the 5-yard line.
Hey, kill. Easy. Hey, kill.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars take the lead right away in half number 2. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Jaguars push their lead to 3.
Jaguars 17. Colts 14. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set. 1st and 10.
60, 70.
They'll start on the ground. Taylor. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Dumped off to his running back. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That's good.
Pick up a 5 on that play. And it'll be 1st down Colts.
10 at the 49-yard line.
19. Hey, kick Warriors, 70 Rangers. Go.
Pass play coming here. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
They'll go play action. It's caught. Warren. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
79 Broncos. Hawk 70. Hawk. Ready, go. Ready.
Back to throw. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
He was covered by
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
So here comes the kick team for what will be a very long attempt. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And he missed it. It's no good. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. On the give, it's Tootin. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Like so many before him, he's brought down by DeForest Buckner.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Red on red. Hey, tomato. 30 left.
Lawrence looking to throw. Into the hands of his running back, Tootin. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards.
An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
It's a gain of 10.
Off the play action, it's Lawrence. Fits it through the middle. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
Take right open.
That's your man.
Design run for Lawrence. And he's in for the touchdown. The Jaguars lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. Wow, Brock, hard to imagine a more effective play in their entire playbook for that particular spot right there.
You know, you get in this red zone, Kate, you want the ball in the hands of the guys you do trust the most to score. In a lot of cases, well, you trust your quarterback, and all he did was add to that trust.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars make it a 10-point ball game. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10.
Ready? Forward, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield.
13 yards.
A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Throwing deep here for the end zone. And no one had a shot at that. It's at the back of the end zone, incomplete.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Cup 19, trap 60, trap 60. Panther 11, 79 Broncos.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. Warren's got it, complete. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Ready up.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Mustang 19. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Dragon 60. 18 Pioneer.
They'll air it out on 3rd. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And they're up against it. 4th down coming up. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th.
Come on, Warriors, 70, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 19 tight, Buffalo 18. Ready?
Desperation time here on 4th. That one nabbed by Warren. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
19 Tigers.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go. Offense in the hurry up here.
That's the Colts. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
70 Rangers, 70, Dragon 60. Ready?
Working inside the red zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he reels it in for 2, so now a field goal will get them the lead.
That's about trust. Trusting your QB is going to make the right decision on these crucial scoring plays. He found his read, and he made the connection for 2.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here.
Hey, here we go.
Hand off to Tootin. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Hey, change attack. Hey, kill.
Tootin headed left. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Out of the gun, Lawrence sends this to the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player, and now as a coach, please don't do that again.
They did it! He made the interception! Picked up by Chidobe Owuzie at the 20. And they're going to score pick 6, Indianapolis.
I got to believe, Kate, his first pick of the game directly led to that one. Remember, what worked to generate that first turnover, playing things the same way, and this time, well, it wasn't just a pick, it was a pick 6.
That one right down the middle. And the Colts jump in front now by 5.
Jaguars 24. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he got all on that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on first and 10. Now Lawrence coming off a pick. Hits him on the in route. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
He's got a man left. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Second down now, 7 to go. Now Lawrence. He rolls to his right. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Tootin on first and 10. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Jaguars facing a 5-point deficit. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Hey, Lion, go, let's go. Focus, all right. 11, Agate.
Here he is to throw. Headed out right. He's running with it. Oh, he lost the football. But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession.
I think that's one of those cases, Kate, where this defense wished that ball was round. You know, it's not, and it bounces in funny ways, and unfortunately for the defense there, it bounces the wrong way, right out of bounds.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
First down, Jaguars.
On the ground, Tootin. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. Tootin. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. Timeout, Indianapolis. That's its second. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, it did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock, even if it would have been a touchdown. That was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
They send a tight end in motion. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Hey, easy, route. Hey, Soko, 13, Luke. Go. 11.
Desperation time here. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars jump in front late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead.
And he's into the end zone. So that turns out to be a very smart risk. They've got the lead in this 4th quarter. Well, that right there was a beautiful bit of short field artistry, partner. Netting them a couple more points following the touchdown.
I love that word, artistry, because that's what you are as a quarterback. You have got to sometimes create a picture when there is none there. And this QB, more than capable of doing it, that just so infuses everyone around you with so much confidence, because it didn't have to be perfect. He could scramble and still find a way to create one heck of a beautiful painting.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Cowboy in. Bronco lady. Cougar 19.
Straight ahead with Taylor. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that is good for an Indianapolis 1st down. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal.
Tag. Top 50. Mustang 19. 19 tight. 19 tight. 19 right. Ready?
He'll look to throw it. Short pass brought in. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. Colts operating from the hurry-up, rushing back to the line.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Taylor now, up the middle. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Warriors, 70.
Setting up to pass. To the right and reeled in by Downs. And they're going to have first and goal, Brock, as he gets out of bounds right around the 9.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. First and goal.
Hey, movement. 70 Rangers, 7-2. Panther, 70 Timberwolves. Ready, go. 65 catch, 65 catch.
Back to throw. And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now.
36. Jaguars 32. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Bronx, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. From the shotgun, Lawrence escapes out to the left. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's second. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Lawrence working from the gun. On the move, headed right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He bought as much time as he could, but eventually the only option left was to throw it away.
From the 40, here comes second and 10.
11.
Lawrence throwing here. This is for the ball game. It's intercepted. That will do it. Picked up by Chidobe Awuzie. And the Colts make one final massive play, and that finishes the win. So the Colts get the win at home inside of Lucas Oil. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going. To the point, Brock, I think you could argue they might be the league's best team in the front half of this campaign. So for Brock Huard, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indy.